Ärmätèsz, the Vampire Lore 5, The Widow and the Golem Part A, as told by the original author. Once upon a time there was a family of rice farmers, husband and wife. There was little known about this family before. They lived on the edge of the outer walls of town and well from the safety that the inner city had to provide. So one day the husband was out in the fields and was attacked by bandits. These bandits demanded them to pay tribute. From a hiding spot did his wife spot her husband leading the bandits off into the forest. Once he approached the forest, it was rumored he ran into a cave with the bandits chasing him. For some time they could not find him, but on their return trip out of the cave did they find him trying to lose them, so that they caught him and began to torture him, demanding payment or death. After some time, they found him to have no money and did kill him, and upon killing him, they carried his body and threw him into his rice fields. It became known of his fate from his wife when she went out in search of him. Learning of his fate put her to mourning for many days, burying him and posting a red ribbon around the grave marker. Around 2 weeks later, there was a mysterious statue delivered to the side of her front doorstep. This statue was adorned in some kind of ceremonial honor, decorated in prized jewels and mysterious materials. Its face was strange, but also had various guards to cover its delicate points. But the face was obviously not of a human, and with some strange decorations of what appeared to be lumps where shoulder blades were, and upon those strange lumps, sword-like appendages were attached and pointed to the ground. Almost looked like wings, but of a different kind. With much puzzlement did she go around town who delivered the statue, but was a mystery to everyone, for no one delivered it to her home. So some people from the town and some officials came to look upon this statue. Upon seeing the statue, some came to admire the statue, while some that stared upon the statue did become to covet the statue for themselves, and did offer money for the statue to the widow. Seeing no harm in letting them try to remove it, did she allow them to try and take it. But the statue refused to neither move nor bend to any direction that the people tried to move it. This statue became a legend among this city as the unmovable statue, resisting both tool and man moving it. Not even the ground it stood upon was harmed by any form of tool that came to damage it, to bend it, to move the statue. It became one day that this statue had a red ribbon tied around its right hand. When the widow noticed this was the same red ribbon that she had tied up upon her husband's grave marker, did she begin to distress and question others to the culprit who did this, but to find nothing. So she began to undo this ribbon and put it back upon her husband's grave marker, but only to find out that it was put back upon the statue's right hand, tied up in a simple tie. For days upon days, this ritual go on of her taking it off and putting it back on the grave marker, only until one day bandits learned of the statue and learned of the wealth that this statue was offered for it. Thus was the widow harassed by bandits for the statue. And when they found out that no matter what they did, they could neither pry nor bend this statue to their efforts, they began to attack at the widow, demanding that she pay them for their frustration. But what happened next did surprise both the bandits and the widow. The statue that the bandits did covet did look at them when they struck at the widow in her face. Then, making a deep breath, did the statue move and begin to attack at the bandits. The statue took no time and showed no mercy to the bandits and killed all of them in a matter of moments, all while still having that red ribbon tied upon its right hand. With a fearful look on her face did the widow stare at the statue as it approached her to caress her face where she was struck. The caress was soothing to her face and did heal her of wounds. She realized in astonishment when she learned who it was. This statue kept guard over the widow and kept her safe all throughout her life. This is end of part A.